In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Model Context Protocol, also known as MCP, inside of Copilot Studio. I'm going to first start off with answering a question, which is what many of you may be asking, which is what is MCP or Model Context Protocol? And know that I have a deeper dive video that I'll put a link right here to that goes into the details of multi-agent and Model Context Protocol and how they're a little different in the way that they work. But in general, if you think about the fact that you wanted to build an agent inside of Copilot Studio, but you wanted to incorporate some third-party agent capability into your implementation that's not built on top of Microsoft Copilot Studio technology or Azure AI Foundry or something like that that can be easily incorporated through multi-agent. This is a way that is an industry standard way that will allow you to be able to integrate and be able to use and pass the context of conversations into an agent that isn't necessarily built inside of the Microsoft stack. Not to say that you can't build and use a Microsoft implementation and present it with Model Context Protocol for use downstream. It's more that this is just an industry standard way of doing this so that way there's a common protocol that everyone can use to be able to do this and agree upon across the board. And Copilot Studio supports this fully within its current implementation. And this is now, as of this past build conference, it is now actually generally available inside of the product. So the question you may ask yourself is, how does it work? Well, how it works inside of Copilot Studio is you'll see that it is actually part of the tools section of the Copilot Studio ecosystem. And when you look at it from that perspective, you can think of it that it's very much like a connector or a Power Automate flow or a RESTful API or a prompt or something of that nature that you want to call. And because of that, you're going to see that that's how you will connect to it. It will show up under tools, and it will also use the connector framework in order to be able to be used. So let's go take a look inside of Copilot Studio on how this actually works. So as you can see, we're now inside of Copilot Studio, and this is just a very simple agent that I've built to demonstrate a bunch of different Azure concepts and things of that nature. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to figure out, okay, where would we even go? And again, we talked about this earlier, that it shows up as a tool. So when we want to use MCP, we need to go to Tools. Now, once we're inside of this, you'll see here I've got a connector and a custom connector that I've used to create an action that I can go and talk to about Microsoft order status. But what if I want to add in an MCP implementation? Well, I'll simply come in and say I want to add a tool, and you'll even see that Model Context Protocol is a option that I can choose here. And you'll see here that I've actually got this Contoso lead management server, and you'll see a lot of other different ones that are available once you select this. But this particular one in general is where I have a custom MCP server that I wanted to add. So we're going to focus on that one today. So I'm going to go ahead and select this. The next thing you'll see is that you'll need to come in and you'll need to provide a connection to it. Now, when you want to create a connection, just know that you'll have to go through a process to do this. Now, the thing is that with a connection for this particular one, I really didn't need to have to do anything special because of the fact that this one was an anonymous. But if you had to connect and it had an API key or some sort of authentication, you'd want to do it there. Now, the fact that I've already got one, I'm going to go ahead and just say that I want to add and configure. Now, when I say that I want to add and configure to my agent, what's going to happen is it's going to go out and it's going to look at that configuration for this particular MCP server that I've got in this custom connector. And we'll go take a look at that custom connector in a moment for you to be able to see how this works. Now, once it adds this in, you'll see that we've got all the different pieces of information here. You've got the name that's associated to it, and you've also got the ability to have additional details. And you can see in here, you can choose all of these different things. Now, for the case of this demo, I'm also going to choose authentication to be Copilot author authentication. So that way we don't have to have a different connection for every single implementation. And since this is an anonymous implementation anyway of an MCP server, it really doesn't matter, and I don't want to have to create a bunch of anonymous connections. So we're going to go ahead and add this. Now, all of the rest of this looks very familiar to things that you've seen with an action, because basically it's the same thing. But the big difference is down here inside of tools. In this, you can see that it went out and it did an inventory of all the different things that this MCP server is allowing me to be able to do. So you can see that this particular MCP server is publishing out the ability to get leads, and you can see the description that's associated with it. You can see that it can add attachments, get lead details, all of this from a data set that it is providing back. And then once I come in and I hit save, this is going to save this configuration so that that way I can actually use it inside of my implementation. Now this has been saved, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here to my overview, and I'm just going to run a quick test on this. And what I want to show you is I want to show you that it's working. So we'll go ahead and ask it, what are my current leads? And it's going to go and it's going to ask the question to the MCP server, and you can see that it said, hey, actually, I need to go to the MCP server to go get this, and then I need to use the get leads function or get leads tool inside of the MCP server to be able to return this data back. And then it gave me back out an output here that then was able to answer this question. Now you can see here that it says that I've got some current leads and things of that nature, and there's one for Acme, so maybe I want to get a little bit more information. I can even go back and ask questions with context to go in and get more details. And you'll see here, instead of just getting leads, I'm actually going to go and get to the get leads details functionality of that particular tool. So as you can see, it's very robust in what you can do, because you can talk to it just like a downstream agent. And it sort of plays that role of how is a third-party agent going to plug into Copilot Studio. Well, let's peel back the layer of this onion a little bit further, because as you can see, it's pretty easy to do the implementation, but the harder part is going to be, how do you actually get this all to work, and how do you configure an MCP server? So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and open up the Model Context Protocol documentation. So if you didn't notice on the slide earlier in the video, there was an aka.ms link. I'll put the link here as well for you to see it. But if you go here, you'll get the information about Copilot Studio and about MCP. And if we scroll down in this information just really quick, you can see videos and all kinds of good information about this. But one of the key things that I want to show you is I want to show you that there's a link to the documentation. So if we go to the link for the documentation and we scroll down inside of this, you'll see that there's information about the different transports. And one of the things that you need to be aware is MCP can support both streamable and what we call server sent events, or SSE. Now, what I will warn you is that streamable is the path that we are going to be looking at supporting long-term inside of Copilot Studio. And if you're looking at building one of these, you'll need to go down to the schema examples. And as you can see, here is an example of a Swagger file that you're going to need to be able to use to be able to create an MCP server connection. Now, how do we actually create that connection so that it showed up in that list? Let's go take a look at how you do that. So I'm going to switch back over to Copilot Studio here. And now that I'm back in Copilot Studio, what you can do is you can click here and you can go to Power Apps. Now, when you go into Power Apps, you will see custom connectors. And when I go into custom connectors, you're going to see all of the different custom connectors that I have come up with. Now, if you're wanting to create one of these from scratch, the thing that you want to do is you want to come up here and you want to hit this, and you're going to say that you want to import it, or you can say you can create from blank, or you can say import from an open API file if you've already got a Swagger file. But let's just say that we wanted to create from blank. When you go to create it, and we'll just call this test for now, what you're going to want to do is move to the Swagger editor. Now, when we were looking at the content or that Swagger before, you will go and you will grab that content from the sample and you will paste it in to here. Now, I've already done this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the one for the lead management one that we've already done. So if I come in here and I say I want to edit it, you're going to see that it goes ahead and you can see that it's like MCP test specification and all this wonderful jazz. And you'll see a whole bunch of information here. But the key is that you'll see the Swagger file. And when we look at this Swagger file, basically what it's going to do is it's going to run a connection to connect in to your endpoint for your host. And then from that, it's then going to tell it that you want the streamable component, and then you'll see this invoke server right here. And that invoke server is the command that is going to go through and do that initiation to say, can you please tell me all of the different available things that you can do for me so that that way we can connect to it. Now, if you want to change the description and you want to change the title and all of that, you can absolutely go do that. And I would recommend that you do that for your implementation. But just to go back into Copilot Studio for just a second, once we've created all of this, what's going to happen is when you create that connector is now going to show up available in your tool set. And when we look at these, you're going to see that in this is where your tools will be. So once the invoke runs against your service, it will inventory that service and that MCP implementation to find this out. Now, a lot of you may be asking the question, how do I create my own MCP server? How do I go about and do that? And what I'm going to tell you is there's probably going to get you a lot of great content on how to do that. That is very much a pro code thing. And you're going to want to look that up and go through that. I'm not going to actually cover that on my channel because it's more of a pro developer type of scenario, and it's more something that someone more qualified on how to build applications and MCP servers would be a good thing to go look up. But just be aware that you can create these inside of Azure. There's going to be a lot of implementations of these by third-party products that will allow you to be able to plug all of these things into your agent. And all you will need to do is be able to configure the custom connector to bring it in. I do anticipate that we will see a lot of connectors out of the box, just like you saw Microsoft is already adding a bunch of those for services that Microsoft offers. I expect you'll see that from a lot of different vendors to make their products more pluggable. Well, I hope this video was super helpful for you. And for more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, you can try Copilot Studio at aka.ms/try Copilot Studio.